Irish guy, and right. So everyone right now is choking on the World Cup, right? I mean, sure, if you're not out there in Qatar, melting in the sweltering heat, and contemplating whether or not it's illegal to kiss a camel on the lips, if you're not doing that, then you're probably sitting at home on the couch, tuning into the BBC World Cup matches, whilst your next door neighbour loudly watches The Grinch. Honestly, if I hear Jim Carrey annoyingly rhyme one more time this month, then I might actually just fill my ears with milk. But lads, I'm sorry. Everybody right now is talking about the future of Cristiano Ronaldo, who right now is officially unemployed. I mean, okay, I doubt this guy is having to fill out job applications for a Christmas gig at Tesco. I mean, I doubt his agent is ringing up Morrison's and inquiring about the vacant job to be a bathroom cleaner. No, I don't think Ronaldo is going to be spending January wiping poo off a toilet seat. But the big news is that Lionel Messi, according to all news outlets, is considering leaving PSG in the summer for America. I mean, what? I assume this man would return to Barcelona in July. That man's rightful home and throne. But instead, this guy is apparently just going to earn £1.2 million a week to play for Inter Miami. Doesn't that just make you feel mightily ill? Let's be honest now. David Beckham right now is a villain of the sport. I mean, sure, he was once a beloved England captain, a national treasure, another lion and warrior of a footballer, despite the fact that when he speaks, he sounds a bit like a Mickey Mouse had a vasectomy. But still, everyone loved Beckham, right? Even if his sickly desperation for a knighthood was embarrassing, Ozzy, he wants that honour so badly. He'd probably agree to wipe the king's bum for a week. But still, I mean, he's since become a football villain by accepting £10 million to become the face of Qatar. I'm sorry, has he just completely forgotten that Elton John is the godfather to his kids? Yeah, I mean, after that example of loyalty, I think we all know Romeo's gonna get off Elton for Christmas. Probably just a box of tissue soaked in blood. I'm not gonna lie, watching David splutter and fail as Inter Miami owner was pretty funny. I mean, because of his giant name, the club have been talking about signing the big monster names in football, the likes of Luis Suarez, Cesc Fabregas, and yeah, instead they just wound up with the likes of DeAndre Yedlin, Kieran Gibbs, and Phil Neville's son. Ozzy, seeing that club stiff around these megastars for months on end, and to wind up with a bag of footballing broccoli. Ozzy, it's a bit like that cocky rich kid in school bragging to his mates that he's gonna get a Lamborghini off his dad this Christmas, and in the end, he winds up with nothing more than a stocking full of cauliflower. Yeah, you're gonna chuck back your head and laugh. But now, to see that Messi has apparently agreed to join, or at least is thinking about it. I'm gonna say the same thing that somebody should say to DiCaprio when he decides to lower his age bracket on Tinder to under 19. Don't do it, Leo! Lads, Messi was once close to joining Inter before. Inter Milan in 2005, after they apparently lodged a €150 million bid for him. By the way, if this is true, which former Barcelona president Joan Laporta said it was 2 years ago, then I have no earthly idea how Barcelona turned that down. Let's not forget, at the time, the world transfer record was just 50 million quid, and this was 129 million pounds for just a raw teenage boy who was an injury-riddled hobbit with just 6 goals to his name. How many absolute bottles to turn down such a monster lump of cash in 2005? That's incredible! But honestly, what a coup that would have been for Roberto Mancini, replacing Obafemi Martins with Lionel Messi. I mean, one of them would grow up to get relegated for Birmingham, the other one, 7 Ballon d'Ors. I mean, honestly, that's like for dinner, tossing away a bag of moldy bananas in favour of eating a 9-ounce steak. Honestly, a front three of Adriano, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, and Lionel Messi. Excuse me, I feel drool coming out of my mouth. Although, weirdly, Zlatan, Messi, and Adriano did play together in 2010 at Barcelona. Different Adriano, but still. But that was Inter Milan, one of the most distinguished clubs in Europe. But this is Inter Miami. Something about as fake as Buzz Lightyear's wings. Just no, Messi, no. You are going to be placing your career in the hands of Phil Neville, someone who failed job interviews at Sunderland and Stoke. What is this? Messi probably doesn't even know what the hell a Stoke is. Barcelona was supposed to be his dream fairy tale ending, the swan song to his career, his version of Beauty and the Beast, back to help guide the likes of Gavi and Pedri, not just to go out on the piss with Kieran Gibbs. I don't want to see him out with 7 Ballon d'Ors, listening to coaching advice from someone with the footballing legacy of a slice of buttered toast. Seeing Messi rot away in the MLS would honestly make my stomach turn. I realize he turns 36 in June, and so yeah, you're probably thinking,
oh, Irish guy, what's the problem? He's an old man anyway. This is just what they do at that age.
Yeah, I mean, to all of you, this is about as natural as if someone told you that your granddad is now having the poo in a bag. Sure, I mean, it's what they do, right? But no, I can't accept this. My problem is that Sir Lionel Messi, you shouldn't treat him like just a mere mortal being who needs to just scuttle away into retirement now. I realize this is pretty much the same move that Pele made when he went to join New York Cosmos. It honestly just sounds like a type of pizza place for nerds, but there is just something so unsightly and sickly about watching a true footballing legend playing for a team that was only invented 4 years ago. I know it's not official, and Messi might still turn down the offer to move to the MLS, but even the suggestion that a footballing great like him would lower himself to this standard of competition, playing against fullbacks who probably can't even do 12 keepy-uppies in a row. I realize people say that Messi is past his best, but come on, he's not exactly spluttering out his nose every time he takes to the pitch. This guy's got 12 goals and 14 assists for PSG already this season. I mean, he scored in both World Cup games he's played. This is Lionel Messi, absolute footballing royalty, and you want him to suddenly agree to sit on coaches to play Cincinnati and Columbus Crew? You want Messi to compete in a league where Wayne Rooney is a coach? I mean, right now, Inter Miami are 6th in the league. 6th! Honestly, is this a joke? They're not even the best team in America. Not even close. Mid-table American football. That's what he'd be signing up for. Messi's path should be returning to Barcelona. I know they've got the financial sense of a brain-damaged cat, but I'm sorry, they've clearly found enough money from somewhere to pay the wages of Robert Lewandowski, so I'm sure they can rummage up a decent sum for Messi. I'm sorry, but it's important for a Ballon d'Or great, one of the sport's most incredible athletes, to end his career at the right club. I mean, I think we all know that PSG is nothing but a plastic fake 2-year fling for Messi. And I bet like when a devoted father of 6 ends a long-term 20-year marriage to then just shack up with some fake Instagram model who's got all the brains of a bowl of moldy Cocoa Pops. Paris is not the city where Messi should end his career. Not in the arms of this French gold digger. Absolutely not. I mean, you might not think it's important where they end, but it is. I'm not even an Arsenal fan, but it still irks me that Patrick Vieira, the captain of the Invincibles, ended his career back in the Premier League, yes, but not with the Gunners, but at new money Manchester City. And lad, according to Harry Redknapp, Vieira was actually keen to end his career at Spurs. I'm sorry, what? Clearly I care more about his Arsenal legacy than he ever did. And because he ended his career at Manchester City, it meant that this Arsenal legend went straight into their coaching setup, and which then took him to their sister club, New York City FC, in the MLS. And I'm sorry, but to me, that makes me feel ill. Vieira should, 100%, without a doubt in my mind, have been the heir to Arsene Wenger. Yes, it's nice seeing Arteta do a brilliant job at the Emirates, but really, it would have been more fitting if that was Vieira in the dugout, who was a true legend of the club, not just someone who spent 4 years sitting on the bench and just winning a couple of FA Cups. In the same way, it's weird to see Yaya Toure randomly coaching at Tottenham. It's strange. He's got no connection with the club. So yeah, it is important where these footballing legends end their career. I mean, come on, if Messi renews his deal and hangs his boots up in France, then are we suddenly going to see him move onto the PSG coaching staff? I mean, what if he ends his days at the MLS? Is he suddenly going to be indoctrinated into the plastic Hollywood scene? Are we soon going to see this fella starring in films with Seth Rogen and Jennifer Aniston? I mean, Leo Messi? A great player, yes, but come on. On screen, he's got the presence of a blocked toilet bowl. I don't care how they do it, but someone needs to make it happen. Messi should end his career at the new camp. That is his rightful home. In my head, even now, when I look at this man's face, I see Barcelona. I mean, this guy spent more of his life living in that city than he ever did Argentina. Honestly, if people were forced to play for the country where they've lived most of their life, then Messi would be playing for Spain. And that's how Luis Enrique would love to get his hands on Messi again and place him in a team with the likes of Pedri and Gavi. And I'm sorry, but that man would be drooling out of all 4 corners of his mouth. I mean, I think we all know that Dani Olmo would be very quickly placed into the fattest dustbin they could find. Honestly, lads, put Messi in this brilliant ball-playing Spain team, and they would hands down, without a shadow of a doubt, win the World Cup. I mean, lads, if Messi was playing for Spain, he would have won Euro 2008, the World Cup, and Euro 2012. There would be no doubt he would be cemented as the GOAT forevermore. No conversation needed. But now, instead, he gets to play in the same Argentina team as an elderly Juventus flop who looks a bit like if you shaved the greyhound bald. Oh yeah, and some little scruffy hobbit who plays for Brighton and Hove Albion. Oh, honestly, Messi. Lucky boy, right? So yeah, honestly, I cannot be the only one. I can't be alone in this. I can't be the one who thinks that Messi choosing to end his career in America is utterly revolting. Lads, even David Beckham, football's biggest sellout, who chose to swap Real Madrid for the bright lights of America when he was only 31. I mean, even he didn't end his career in that league. Ironically for him, was that PSG? I mean, lads, his 2 loan spells away from Los Angeles were to go to Milan and Paris, which just happen to be the 2 fashion capitals of the world. Clearly that man's career was ruled by his wife. I mean, lads, surely, Considering how the Glazers loved bringing in old Cristiano Ronaldo back to Old Trafford last summer, you know, purely for commercialization and to sell merchandise, you cannot convince me that these American tycoons never once tried to bring Beckham back on loan. Honestly lads, when Ronaldo was sold in 2009, the club just needed a right midfielder and someone to fill the iconic number 7 shirt. And so instead of reaching out for Beckham, they instead let him go to AC Milan while they just do their summer shopping at Newcastle and Wigan. Surely this was a missed chance. Imagine how many shirts that are sold with Beckham's name on the back. And even as a player, bring him back to add some experience into the Manchester United team. I mean lads, the season where Beckham retired, Sir Alex Ferguson's game plan was just get the ball to Van Persie, to the point where Wayne Rooney was dropping deep in midfield. Lads, David Beckham is the greatest crosser in the history of Manchester United. Don't you tell me that during that 12-13 season, David Beckham couldn't have done a job. He'd have probably got 10 assists from the right wing. That would have been the way to end his career. Crying his eyes out on the Old Trafford turf as he lifts yet another Premier League title. Instead of, you know, just being meekly applauded off the pitch in France. Lads, David Beckham should have ended his career at Manchester United, and Messi should end his career at Barcelona. I don't want to hear any other alternatives. No, it needs to be Barcelona, not Inter Miami. The very thought of that just makes me feel like getting sick on the floor. Anyway, that's what do you think? Let me know in the comments, where should Messi go? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe. As always, I'll talk to you in a while.